I am indeed roaring with excitement to talk about Paddington in Peru today. Hello, welcome back to the James Rambling Reviews for yet another episode. In today's episode, I'm going to be reviewing for you Paddington in Peru. And yeah, this is definitely going to be a completely different, change of pace from that Gladiator 2 video because we're going to be, spicing up the kind of discussion about this movie. And this will not be a very, very spoiler driven review, as obviously Paddington in Peru just came out a couple of weeks ago in the UK as I'm recording this. And so I won't be spoiling this entire movie, but I will give you a bit of context into saying the fact that I actually reviewed the first two movies and did this big giant 10-minute video, which I will link down below. So I will get a bit more straight to the point in saying that. So it won't be a big giant 10-minute video like last time with the Paddington kind of, movie franchise. And so what is the movie actually about? So if you could not tell already, it's very, very obvious that indeed Paddington goes to Peru. Yeah, he does. Paddington does go to Peru in this movie, so you have that. But then the movie is all about how it's kind of like this. It's kind of just like it's technically like Paddington 2, where it's this natural progression and this continuation of the franchise where you get to see Paddington and the family that he met, how they're gonna go on the next journey, what's gonna happen next, and that is the best way to describe it. It's like a natural progression. And no, it is not the final Paddington movie because I did actually look this up that they're actually working on a fourth Paddington movie, so that's a fun fact. And so you have that kind of stuff where it has the Peru setting and stuff like that, and you've got Paddington and I think they're called the Brown family, and how they are in this kind of where they are at in terms of life now and stuff like that. So there is that, and the movie is about an hour and 40 minutes, something like that, And so there is definitely that. So you came here to really hear my thoughts on the movie, and so how did I think about Paddington in Peru? So if you couldn't tell by the opening preview, I said, "Oh, I am roaring with excitement to talk about this movie," because honestly, this is the type of example of a franchise where it absolutely knows what it is, knows what it's setting out to do, and just absolutely just goes for it and runs to the finish line. Because Paddington in Peru is, I'm honestly happy to say this, is another solid entry into this franchise. Because unlike Gladiator 2, right? This really provides something that you really want to watch because you can tell that there's a sense of passion and interest and fun with this movie. By taking things to Peru, we spice up, the scenario, we spice up the stakes, we spice up the fun. So a lot of it actually feels interesting to watch, and then you have a lot of really cool like visual comedy in this movie that was really cool. There is one scene where was actually, it's kind of inspired by another movie, but then it actually fits with the Paddington universe and the Paddington kind of gimmick with how crazy and wacky it kind of gets with the Paddington Bear. And then there was, for example, there was this one scene where you do actually have Paddington moving around in a chair and going crazy, for his passport. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. But you have that where you see him messing around in this like passport little bit in this the passport room where you take your photos and stuff like that. Like that little bit there was really fun, and there's a lot of stuff like that in there. And you have that, and then you have the dynamics between Paddington and the other characters. It's just really, really fun, and overall, it's just a really well paced, really fun adventure here. And I don't really want to go on and on about it because it's just a really fun, really well paced movie, and I really do enjoy the movie. I really did enjoy Antonio Banderas and what he had to offer, and of course we won't spoil that. And so what would I give this movie out of 10? Really, I would absolutely give this movie a solid whopping 9 or 8 or 9 out of 10. It is actually like kind of it's on the same level as the first two movies, because it's on that kind of level where you know what you're in for, you know what you're expecting, and so that is what's really good about it, that it's so self-aware and stuff like that. So hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope you can bear in mind and and very realise that, this is absolutely, Paddington is absolutely inside Peru. Bye.